This video is going to show us how to create a new line type. This line type we're going to make for our garage, and it will be the wall between the garage and the interior of the house. So first we're going to draw the garage. So I'm on my first floor, wall, architectural, and I'm going to make sure this is unconnected, and it's going to be, the garage will be 9 feet, which is the same height as our house. So I'm going to draw it an exterior brick on wood stud. Okay, so I'm going to draw it from this corner, and I'm going to make it 18 feet. And then I'm going to draw it back. I want it about 20 feet. 20. And then I'm going to connect it back to the house. There we go. So there's our garage. So the wall that I'm talking about is right here. This wall. So on the inside of the garage, we're not going to have a brick on wood stud. We're going to have bricks on the inside of our garage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this wall, and I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to grab the grip and pull it back up there. Okay, so I want to unjoin the elements, that's fine. And now I'm just going to first draw this wall, architectural wall, and I'm going to make it, I'm just going to make it the same, but I'm going to make it unjoined because I'm just going to change, I'm going to change the wall type after I create it. So then that should be separate. Oh, it's not. Okay, so, okay, unjoin elements. So I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create the new layer, but I'm going to use that exterior wall brick on wood stud as the foundation of my new line type, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go over to my wall type. Oops. So wall, and then I'm going to select this. So I'm going to go through the drop down menu, select the exterior brick on wood stud. And then you see in this menu, it's the properties menu. I'm going to just make this bigger so we can read everything that's in it. There is new walls, and that's the wall that we're working on, but we want to edit this wall type, and we want to make it a new one. So I'm going to edit, but instead of editing this wall type, I'm going to duplicate this first to make a copy of it, and I'm going to call this the garage wall. And I'm going to select OK. Now I want to make sure that this is the wall that I'm editing, because I don't want to change the brick on a wood stud wall because we're using that one. So this is the one we're going to change. So from here, under the value column, there's an edit. So I'm going to edit this. If I can make this bigger. So this gives us our wall assembly, and it gives us a list of all the materials that are in that wall. So the finish of the wall is brick, and then we have an air barrier, and then an air membrane, and then the plywood sheathing. And then we have the soft lumber, which is the wood studs. And then we have a vapor retarder, and then the drywall or gypsum board on the inside. So what we want to change is this brick. So I'm going to select in here, and there's this little menu that pops up. You see these three little dots? We're going to select that because that gives us another menu. It gives us a menu to all the elements that we could change it to. And from here, we just want to pick We're going to pick the gypsum wallboard again. It's alphabetical order, so we'll go all the way up to G. Gypsum wallboard. Okay. And we need to change the thickness because this was initially the brick and it was 3 5/8 of an inch thick, but gypsum wallboard is not that thick. So we can just scroll down to see how thick that it was. And they're using a 1/2 inch thick. So we're going to do the same. We're going to change this to a 1/2 inch. And hit OK. And then hit OK. Because on the inside of your garage is drywall. Generally, I mean, not always, and it's wood stud with insulation in it. So that is an exterior wall that needs to have insulation in it to prevent the cold and the vapors from the garage to go into the house. So now I'm going to draw this wall from here and straight down. Okay, and I think maybe I need to put this over a little bit more. It needs to go over just a little bit more as it's not working for me. But you know what? That's fine for now. We'll figure out how to fix that later. Okay, and now when we select this, it is our basic wall, garage wall. Thanks.